New York mayoral candidate frontrunner Zohran Mamdani was humiliated at the annual Men's Day event in Brooklyn, where he attempted to show off his bench press skills by lifting 135 pounds, but ended up humiliating himself instead when he couldn't even do one rep without the help of a spotter.
This is how you move up in the pole. This is how you move up in the pole. Yeah. This is how you move up in the pole. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Let me get one more. Let me get three. Let me get three. Let me get three. Yeah. 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 All right, the semi-secret services out here. We got to let him breathe now. Came out here and gave us a quick three.
Commentators ridiculed the spectacle, with comedian and host Tim Young saying Zohran Mamdani can't bench press 135 pounds. So, like a good socialist, someone else basically does all the work for him and he celebrates like he did it himself. Yikes. And radio host Clay Travis agreed, saying Zohran Mamdani is 33 years old and needed a spotter to complete 2 reps on 135 pounds. This is next level weakness. Current Mayor Eric Adams didn't waste the opportunity to clap back at Mamdani, doing his own bench press at the same event with the same spotter and appearing to handle the 135 pounds much easier than Mamdani.
Yeah! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let me get one more, let me get three! Let me get three! Yeah! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
The mayor said, 64 versus 33, a lifetime of hard work versus a silver spoon. The results speak for themselves. The weight of the job is too heavy for Mam Scrawny. The only thing he can lift is your taxes. Mamdani's attempt paled in comparison to Republicans RFK Jr. and Pete Hegseth, who kicked off a fitness tour to encourage Americans to get in shape.
And we had our big Pete Body Challenge today. 50 pull-ups, 100 push-ups. You try to get under 5 minutes.
Sky News commentator Brad Palumbo slammed Mamdani's bench press attempt, calling it embarrassing.
Yeah, I think he most certainly can. I mean, how embarrassing is that? And then the comparison that you make to RFK Jr. is funny because RFK Jr. is not a young guy, right? He's a little bit older, and yet Zohran Mamdani in New York City is I think in his early 30s. He's quite young, but he can't do the most basic of bench press. It's oh gee, I wonder why Democrats are struggling with men. Like, these are their avatars of masculinity and the people who are going to take back the male vote. I don't know. If I was the Republicans, I wouldn't exactly be shivering in my boots over that one.
What a shame Brad Mamdani can't add bench presser to his long and illustrious resume, including, you know, rap artist, musician, financial counsellor. He can't add that one, unfortunately.
And it wasn't the first time Mayor Eric Adams took a stab at Mamdani. Just days ago, the mayor slammed his opponent for his push to decriminalise prostitution in New York City.
Now, finally, I want to talk to you about Zohran Mamdani. He now has an 82% chance of becoming the next mayor of New York City. It is an all-time high, according to Polymarket. That is absolutely terrifying. And Mayor Eric Adams has kind of rebuked Zohran Mamdani's long-standing push to decriminalise prostitution. Take a look at this.
Number one, as a man who said he's of faith, I don't quite understand what religion supports prostitution. And I think he's lost on the fact that sex trafficking is very much part of prostitution. And you're not doing any service to a woman who's on the street being forced to sell her body for whatever reason.
Caitlin, we know Zohran Mamdani's track record. We know that he's previously called to defund the police. And what are your thoughts, obviously, on him and what's going to happen to New York City if he gets in?
You know, the first quote that comes to mind when I heard this new policy was what the great Victor David Hanson once said, and that is the left advocates insane, destructive policies because they are so often shielded from the consequences of their own beliefs. And that's exactly what we see for all of the policies that he's laid out for this prostitution policy, for the defunding of the police. This is the same guy who supports rent freezes. So landlords can basically eat dirt while we let lazy people use their buildings. This is the same man that supports free transportation, free buses, $30 an hour minimum wage by 2030. So we can kiss all our small businesses goodbye. He doesn't care. The same man that wants to turn all of open spaces in this city into subways or shelters for the homeless. If all of these policies happen, if this man is actually elected, we will never recognize New York City again. Crime, homelessness, empty stores and shelves, filth, the smell of marijuana. I mean, the list goes on and on. It is a very, very scary election that we're facing as New Yorkers, and these policies are absolutely disturbing.
Caitlin Sinclair, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. It's great to speak with you again.
Thanks for having me. Talk soon.